everybody.
Hey.
This is Dee.
And this is your girl, Chelsea.
And we are here for season 3 of Postpartum Uncut. 3-peat. Welcome back, everybody. We are a year and a half in this thing, and we still have so much to talk about. OMG.
A year and a half. That's crazy.
I know, right?
Oh my goodness.
Isn't that a cute little milestone? So, a year and a half later, today's episode and the first, season 3 chitty chat is going to be about our dream team. If we could have an unlimited, resources and money is not a thing, and we could just have our ideal squad for prenatal care and postpartum care. Now that we're here, now that we've had some time to reflect and go through some things, we're going to talk about what that would look like on our list. So we're going to start with prenatal. We're going to go in order, right? So while the baby's cooking, we're going to get into that real quick. But if you have not already subscribed to the channel, please hit that subscribe button right now so you don't miss any more of the quality, fun, and chit chats that we have about this newfound territory that we are in motherhood land, okay? All right, Chels, let's go. How would you start? What would be first on our prenatal dream team?
I would say I want to find a yoga class.
I love that.
I always want to do couples yoga, where the man is sitting behind you, holding you, and you're
the Lamaze type things, yeah.
Yeah, he holding your belly, in all these yoga positions. I feel like pregnancy is stressful, even if it's your third or fourth kid. It's still stressful,
right?
Especially if you have to balance a whole bunch of different things. So I feel like pregnancy yoga. And then doing it with your partner is creating that intimacy, that building that bond. So yeah,
I like the idea of an actual class too, because we all know how I feel about the yoga ball in pregnancy. So I totally second this motion. But doing it with the partner, that is, I think, a cute activity, because we talked about. We talked about dad going to the hospital all the time. So that kind of was our activity, but that would be another cute bonding activity with each other to help prepare for this new lifestyle change. And get ready to push. Get ready. You might as well get those muscles going. So to piggyback off of that, I also think a pregnancy personal trainer would be great, because we know how traumatized I was when my knees didn't work after I had this baby, right? So I am hell-bent on with my weights on my sweet physique. Next baby, you ain't gonna see me. I'm gonna be down with the bells.
That's actually funny that you said that too, because with the trainer that I have, I always wanted to have the journey of working out pre-baby, boom, I'm pregnant, pregnancy journey of working out, and then boom, postpartum journey of working out, to see the snapback, and kind of he was telling me too, he's actually never worked with a woman through all 3 stages,
right? So
that'd be dope to actually have a trainer work with me that already knows me through all 3 stages.
Yeah, I am super interested in that, and and that's the thing too, let's cut this little myth right now, right? That whole sit down and take it easy, yes, don't overwork yourself, but there are very active people in this world. Keep doing what you're doing. You
Miss Dancer.
Yeah, you keep moving your body. I actually wish I would have danced longer. I could have. I think because I just want to go so hard that I can't beginner it in my head for some reason.
Not gonna lie, I was nail biting when I was looking at your footage of you dancing, because she had on heels, and I was like, ooh, I just hope she don't slip. She looks good, but I hope.
No, it was when I rolled over on the floor and my belly was on the floor. Everybody was like,
yeah.
I was like, look, he's this big, I'm fine, and hello, weight transfer.
But it was sexy.
I've got plenty of. Thank you.
I was because I had just hit you up too before I had my emergency. I was like right there. Do a little like pregnancy dance review.
We did have we had that entire moment.
Put in the pen for next baby.
And like that's something else too. I think it's cute to have, or like if you don't want to get like a personal trainer, right? Like I tell her all the time, I'm not a gym person unless it's like a me type of gym. Mm-hmm. But like if it's a dance class or a yoga class, like something to keep you active, because half of that, I personally think like a good chunk, not half of it maybe, but like a good chunk of the weight that I gained, I feel like that's just because I wasn't being active like I normally was. So I think what we agree on in prenatal care is some kind of fitness plan. And I don't know. I think stretching is separate. I think the yoga or stretch routine should be its own little moment for you. Because like me sitting on a yoga ball at night was like a night routine.
Speaking of stretching, I feel like that kind of piggybacks into the next one, which prenatal massages. Like, yes. I never had one. Like, so I'm looking forward to that for the next baby. Let
me tell you about a prenatal massage. Now, I will say, if you have the ability to, there are places that have memberships. There are places that have like packages. And there are places that are just affordable to book per session. But the closer you get to your due date, I do recommend, if it's like hour-long sessions, to like pick those sweet spots. Mm-hmm. Generally, it's like your hips, had a lot of sciatic pain. And it was like my shoulders. I was working at a desk while I was like we already talked about this, up to 9 months. So like, it's bomb. Mm-hmm. 90 minutes is great. We always agree on that. But like, I would always find myself having to pee towards the end, and it would piss me off.
Wait, so I know this is like a silly question, but like, so the table has like a hole for the stomach. Okay, so like, what does that look like?
Those actually exist. Yeah. But the place that we are talking about, they have pillows and bolsters. And so basically you're side lying the entire time. So that's the thing about prenatal massage, is you do have to be side lying. And then there are certain times where you cannot lay like flat on your back. We all know this, right? Like we talked about when I got my wax that one time. Yeah, like no. But they should provide you with like a bolster for your feet, which helps elevate your feet, which kind of like, I don't know what that does. It neutralizes whatever goes on in here, right? And especially like us women with arches in our backs, it kind of like levels out the arch. Mm-hmm. But when you're laying on your side, they have a pillow for you to lay on like you're going to sleep. And then they have a pillow that can go between your knees, because life. And if you don't have one of those anyway, you're missing out. Cause like, no, like for real. Body pillow, basically. Yeah, like a body pillow. Essentially, it is like a long pillow that goes this way, and you hug it. And you just lay sideways. And it's not, if you're a professional massage getter, it's not as juicy as what we're used to. But the right person, because like one of my favorite prenatal therapists was actually a male therapist that was at her place. And he was so great for what I needed. But he also worked on his wife when she was pregnant. So like those
first-hand experience.
That is like one of my key things though with some of the male therapists that I've known. They have wives that they've had to like nurse during their pregnancy, which is really great, because then they're able to help women like us in their profession. So that's, shout out to all the prenatal certified massage therapists out there. Hey friends. Definitely I second the prenatal massage for sure. The other thing that I wish that I would have had is some sort of, I think we all know I like to study. I wish I would have like, I don't know what more I could have done with breastfeeding, but something like, maybe if I would have had my own personal like lactation specialist, or, you know, or just more available lactation specialist, because shout out to the lactation specialist at my hospital, but she's the only one and she was off. So like that whole initial latching experience for me was a little and then I don't know, I think half of that traumatized me. The other half of it is just like me wanting to do when I want to do it, and he's like attached to me. What? Space. So I could just not be cut out for breastfeeding. That could be it.
It might just be your baby.
It could just be him,
like,
too.
Some people just don't.
I'm okay with blaming it on him.
The next baby, you won't be able to get him off. I wish for this, but now I wish I hadn't wished for this.
Because, yeah, you just made me remember he was a baby shark, too. So, like, trying to get him off was just annoying. He's so greedy. And I don't know. See, I'm traumatized. But, like, a lactation specialist would have been cool, like, to work with me or help me understand it better. I don't know. There's something about it that I feel like if there was, like, my own person, maybe I'd feel a little bit better. I don't know. But I'll probably do a little bit more research next kid. Like, okay, so a nesting party. So I don't know if you guys don't know what a nesting party is. A nesting party is where people come over and they help you get your house ready for this kid. And so, like, it's making the diaper stations. If you get the right type of team, you get the guys together and they put together all the furniture, the crib, the bassinet, the pack and play, the toys, the swing, the whatever. Like, if you real efficient about it, get all the uncles together and let's build some furniture. Y'all want a 6-pack? Here you go. Like, but for me specifically, it was my mother-in-law and my aunt. And they just helped me, they helped me decorate and put the stuff on the wall. And I had a checklist of all the things I wanted to get done. So, they just kind of helped me knock out some of that stuff. Because I was really big and I'm waddling. And so a nesting group, a nesting, official committee, whatever, come by my house, bring a picture of a mocktail. You can check out our mocktails. On our channel. You like my plug? And but just get a group together, help you get all that stuff done ahead of time. That I thought that was so helpful. It's just mentally peaceful. And we also packed my hospital bag then too. So, and I did that maybe that was literally right after the baby shower. So it was to collect all the items, take stock, take everything out, take all the tags off. You could have 6 people in a room and get all of this done. Like a little assembly line, okay? So a nesting group. And then obviously your partner or an advocate, which could be a doula, your bestie, your mom, somebody that's going to be in that room holding your hand put me in, coach, you got it. Right? And or okay, whatever you need. But a person, some sort of advocate that can communicate for you when you can't, or just be that emotional support that you need in the room. I think that's a pretty good list, right?
I feel like the only thing that I probably would add, that if I just had buku money, I think I would pay someone to be my personal assistant throughout my pregnancy.
Nice.
Can you make sure my calendar is updated with all my ultrasounds, all my visits?
Can
you order that piece of furniture, that link I sent you off Wayfair? Can you get that? That's what I need.
Because that pregnancy brain kicks in. You don't want to think about stuff.
And it's you already have to keep up with your day-to-day activities. So adding activities for a secondary person or a third person if you're keeping up with your husband or whatever, it's just a lot.
I love that.
So it would be kind of cool to have an assistant throughout that time frame.
Prenatal assistant.
Yeah,
I love that. See, we creating some jobs out here, y'all.
Seriously.
Oh, I know another one that went under fitness was a dietitian. Because third trimester, I was in line at Dairy Queen quite often. Okay, getting me a Blizzard almost every day after work.
Is that more so you needed a dietitian or a personal chef? Because I feel you may know what you need to eat, but it's convenience. Because that's what I've always said. I would pick a chef over a maid because I just don't want to cook. I don't want to go to the grocery store. You know what?
I guess maybe cooking while pregnant. I enjoy cooking, so that's a little harder for me. Because I do like to make my own food. Because I know what it's going to taste like when it gets in my mouth. So I just get excited. But I guess you're right. I guess it's more maybe I just needed an accountability person. And I didn't like hearing it from my doctor because he's my doctor. He was like, He said, what size are you getting? I was like, mind your business.
Yeah, when you hop on the scale though, they be knowing. Like,
He was like,
they know.
He said, all right now. He said, you need to chill out. Whatever, dude. But yeah, something food related is always helpful, because if you think about it too, like a lot of the hormone issues that I had was being hangry. And like think about when I would tell you like the first trimesters, like you think you want something and then you get the food and then you find out like, no, I don't want that. Like putting someone else in charge of figuring out what I want to eat would be super ideal. So you're absolutely right. So yeah, that is our Dream Team prenatal squad. So if you are pregnant or getting ready to have a baby or close to your due date, maybe consider some of these things to take a couple things off your plate. And as I always say, support matters. So like if you can't afford like a professional person to do these things, talk to your village, talk to your friends, talk to your parents, talk to anybody that is willing to help you or that cares for you, and see if they can help you out with any of these tasks. Okay, we are on to part 2. Okay, so now we're going to talk about our postpartum dream team, which is like the real juice because it's postpartum uncut. That's why we're here. And we're not even all the way fully through the postpartum journey, but like I can tell you a whole list of things that I would have done either differently or would have added to my already curated postpartum regimen. But we're going to start off with our first bullet point. Go.
I think for me, it's also kind of partially personal, but I would have had a nurse for the nurse because after I had my C-section, you're automatically on light duty for 8 weeks. So I really couldn't do anything. So just having somebody around that can get me my Tylenol, or I had to take blood pressure meds too, make sure I was taking my meds, and then just can I get some juice?
Well, and you said C-section, right? Mm-hmm. So let's talk about how you had to clean your...
Mm-hmm. And it's actually, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be because like they had the steri strips that held my incision together that just kind of loosened over time and fell off on their own. Okay. So I didn't have to do anything extra with that. But like, yeah.
But still to not have to do it yourself.
It would have been nice.
To nurse the nurse.
For real. Because they only want you to walk up and down the steps, like I think they said like once an hour. I think. Come on now. You walk up and down the steps all the time. Right. So it was just kind of hard. Right. So I would have like my own personal nurse. Yeah. Postpartum.
I like it. I agree with that. So just like, did you eat? How about you eat?
How about you heat me up some food, please? Because I can't go downstairs.
That literally like was my thing. It's like, yeah, I know to take care of myself. So I'm like, I'm in the tub. But like, did you eat, girl? Mm-hmm. Eat. So yeah, I like a nurse. I like that one. I also think, like squad. I'm just gonna name off the professions. We already talked about a massage therapist. You still need a massage therapist after you have the baby. I can tell y'all right now, especially if it is your first kid, you probably have poor body mechanics. And that's a lot of posture and tightness, and like you get those little crooks or those like really twingy sore spots. That's because your body has been crunched up in positions that make absolutely no sense, and you probably have poor body mechanics. Preemie babies, tiny babies, they have to be held extra weird. And as a former server and a massage therapy advocate, I am telling you, you are holding your babies in the most effed up way possible. I know you are. You're sleeping stupid when you co-sleep. Don't squish the baby, but sleep like this, right? Like it's just mom brain. It's mom logic. We all have poor body mechanics. So some sort of physical therapist, massage therapist, chiropractor, a therapist, or a counselor for the mental health of it all.
And then this also too goes back to the fitness. You need to like start working out as soon as possible. Like you're cleared to work out.
I agree.
Even if it's light duty working out,
We talked about this walking.
We need to get active out here because that's how you bounce back and start feeling more like yourself.
And I will keep saying this until I turn blue in the face. Go outside, touch some grass, and take a walk. Do some jumping jacks.
Touch some snow if it's winter.
If it's winter. Get a little cold on your face. But, like, no, that's real. So a postpartum trainer. I'm not mad at yoga either. And we also talked about pelvic floor therapists. Don't nobody, like, you already go through pregnancy peeing on yourself. Wrap it up. A pelvic floor therapist. Otherwise, because if you don't know to do that on your own, you gonna sit there and just keep sneezing and being like, it's gonna be a thing. And I'm sorry, like, I had a smooth delivery, and I'm sitting here like, I need to, like, do my pelvic floor because this is some bullshit.
Oh, thanks for the warning,
girl. No, it's honestly, like, it's really bad on my period. So, like, luckily you're stocked up for that. But pelvic floor therapist is something no one talks about. I didn't even know those existed until I got pregnant and we had Instagram. If we didn't have Instagram, would I have ever known?
Probably not.
Exactly. And then, like, no one prescribed it to me. No one said, hey, you need to go see a pelvic floor specialist. Even when you tell the doctor, like, a little bit. I kind of pee on myself a little bit. Interesting.
Nice.
Okay. Like, fix it. But honestly, no. Like, it's just, it's also just, like, a lack of awareness of our bodies. So these people are also here to help you understand what you're doing that creates the problem that they need to solve. So... ask all these people the questions, all that good stuff. Postpartum doula. I said this a while ago, like season 1 or something. And I was like, did y'all know there's a postpartum doula? The lady was washing the clothes. And, like, it was basically an assistant. It's kind of like an assistant. She was very supportive in all of the mom tasks, but also, like, the wife tasks, the household tasks. Like, it's whatever you need. It's, let me hold the baby so you can sleep. And, I'm sitting right next to you. Like, it's just her job to be what you need her to be. So I was very, very intrigued by the idea of a postpartum doula. Postpartum nurse, doula, assistant, whatever. Somebody help me. Help. Because, like, even with your partner, like, my partner is present, but he worked. So what? Like, what? It does not eliminate the need for the assistance. You know what I'm saying?
That's real.
The mom herself needs just these people. This team is for the mom. This is the mom's dream team. This ain't got nothing to do with nobody else. Okay. What's another one?
I'd probably say a personal chef.
I love personal chef.
Just because, especially with breastfeeding, you're burning off so many calories.
You're hungry all the time.
Yeah, and it's just, like, you already sometimes struggle to eat regular amounts when you're not pregnant.
Yep.
And then you are pumping or breastfeeding, which is burning extra calories. So it's like you have to eat regular amount, then you have to eat to compensate for what you're burning off. Because if you're like me, I think I lost, like, 10 pounds. And I was like, I was actually smaller than I was when I got pregnant. Yep. I said, oh, hell nah.
Yeah, right. We talked about that.
So, yeah, I think having meals to go. Because I would actually take a personal chef in my regular life. So I can imagine how that would be helpful postpartum when you already are, like, limited on the amount of hands that you have. Everything, time, just fix my food.
Well, and you remember when I was like, oh, I can cook and I can do all this stuff. Now I'm home because I was at work and used to being at work all the time. So I'm just up cooking, and then I get overzealous, and then by the time the steak and potatoes are done, I gotta clean up afterwards. And oh my God, I gotta pump. And oh my gosh, the baby's awake. And then I would instantly regret it. So, like, it's like I want to cook because I want good food, but do I gotta make it?
Yep.
I think, like, this dream team too, for me, like, all of this would last a year. At least. Minimum. That 3 months, 6 months, I don't believe in that. That's a lie. They lied to us. That's not a thing. That 3 to 6 months that's bull. If you can help it, if it's at all possible, I think it takes a full year to even like feel right. Period. And when I say that, I mean like feel confident as a mom. Like feel like you kind of feel like you know what you're doing and you got a groove. You feel kind of comfortable in this body or identity that you are just navigating, but it's still coming back to little parts of you that glimmer out every once in a while. It's weird. It's an odd time. And I feel like space and support are the main two things that a new mom would need. It's just, and like, just give me the space to figure it out and then give me the resources to get it done. Help me. Okay, so let me see. I'm thinking... Yeah, the only other person that is missing from my dream team is a billing advocate. And I just learned that these actually exist, right? Yes. And I say all this to say that in our next episode, we will be touching base on this. But the hospital bill, the insurance, when things don't go the way we plan them to go, so then there's extra procedures and extra things. There's paperwork to be signed immediately after the baby is born. You have all these legal things for your child that are so important. And you ain't trying to think about none of that. You're just trying to, I gave birth. Give me my baby. That's it. That's all you're trying to do.
Yes.
So, like, from that moment on to, like I said, a year later, I would love if someone could answer the phone, talk to the people, run the numbers.
Actually, I just want you to be on payroll until everything's settled.
Until everything's gone.
My child is 1.5 years.
Yeah.
I'm still dealing with insurance issues.
Yeah.
So, yes, just... You're on payroll until it's figured out and solved.
Like, solve it for me completely, and I'm good.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I personally would like a billing advocate included in my dream team. But we say all this to say, like I said, space and support to help the mother grow the baby and nurture the baby for the prenatal dream team. And then the postpartum care is just helping her figure her ish out. Okay? Just help her out. Okay? Right, lastly, quick little pro tips, rapid fire. Our little things of do that. If you don't do nothing else, do this before the baby come. Ready? Here's one. Wash and prep all of the baby's clothes. If you are fortunate enough to have your baby shower and collect whatever you got for this baby, take all them tags off. Have like 3 people help you because it's a bajillion tags for no reason. And then get you some Dreft and wash all the clothes that you have for that baby. Wash all the blankets, wash everything, and then it's done. It's folded, it's neat, it's hung up, it's put away. You ain't got to do nothing but pack up your overnight bag and have the baby.
Well, that was going to be the next thing I said.
Oh, go!
Well, because we was packed the hospital bag. I would honestly say after my experience, as soon as they tell you that the baby is viable, which means that they have a chance of surviving in the outside world with a random birth, just get the bag ready and just have it in the car. Because at any point, you just never know what's going to happen. So, yeah, once they tell you that the baby is viable and they have a chance of surviving outside of the womb, just put the bag in the car. And you can always update it as you get... I don't say bigger, but you gain more weight. You know, you need things that fit more of where you're at in your pregnancy. You can always tweak it, but you at least have something ready
Pack
to go.
the bag, update it, and take it with you to if you don't keep it in the car, at least put it in the car for the doctor's appointments. Because a lot of people, it's that last appointment and you don't leave, and that's exactly why I had mine, because of everyone else. So. Also, another one. Put up the crib and the bassinet and the diaper stations. If you don't have the ability to get a nesting team going, fine. Top priority is where the baby is going to sleep and where you change the diapers. Get the stuff that needs to get built. Okay?
And put up everything else that needs to be used every day. Right. Bottle warmer.
Right.
Like... the cleaner, like just everything that you're going to use all the time. Extra bottles, like just have those ready to go in on deck, because it's like when you come home, that was the thing. I was in shock because I guess after having a NICU baby, I wasn't feeding my baby every 3 hours. Like I would be there for the time that I was there, and then I would go home. So I would go home and I could be a regular person,
right.
And it's just me. So when I brought my baby home, we literally fed her before we left the hospital, and then by the time we got home, they delivered the oxygen, we talked to the people and all that stuff. 3 hours had passed. I said, wait, I gotta feed her?
Yep.
So it's just having everything ready to go, because it's just like, it's on you now.
Yeah. That's true. And then, like, if you are fortunate, part of your nesting party can be getting those things out and setting them up, because oftentimes you have to clean them or sterilize parts, and that takes time too. So that goes in to your nesting group category, is to get that stuff set up. Okay, the last one, especially for all of my beautiful brown women out there, is get your hair done. And I don't mean this in the, time for a silk press before I give birth. I mean, like, wrap it up in some braids. Get you a hairstyle that you can maintain, that's pulled up out of your face. But, we're still us. We still want to feel somewhat together. Not even like, I don't need to feel like super pretty. But like the time where I got to wash my face and slick my hair back after birth was just a moment. And the first hair appointment has, across the board in my friend group, been incredibly difficult to get after having the baby. So for me, I think, like, personally, I would rather get some braids. Like, literally, if I can sit that long before the due date, or if I get a hunch, get me one of those styles that lasts about 6 weeks.
I was about to say, I feel like if you could plan in a perfect world.
I
feel like 3 weeks out from you having the baby would be like bomb to get some braids, because they're still gonna be fresh enough,
right?
Where you can, but you're also not sitting there 40 weeks about to pop.
Yeah, like, right. I'd have to lay back by then.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so I feel like that'd be perfect.
Yeah. So those are our pro tips for, like, if you ain't got nothing else together, do that. And then that is like our dream team. If we had it in a perfect world, our prenatal squad and postpartum care. Stay tuned for next week's episode, where we talk about hospital bills and insurance. Gross. But make sure you are subscribed, and we will see you guys for the next episode next week.
Also, too, drop in the comments maybe what you would like to see on your prenatal or postpartum team, or things that you did have that you found helpful that we didn't talk about.
That part. Drop some more stuff. We'll see you guys later.
See ya.